What is this? Downfall of livestream fails. Ooh. We love royalties here. He's a cool little fanboy bird.
So, Livestream Fails, a Reddit page, yes, that website for those clinically online or for those who are looking for a bespoke IT-related issue.
What?
But Livestream Fails is a
What does that say?
for those who are looking
got
for a bespoke
whiplash. Tifu by getting a butt plug stuck in my ass. What's Tifu? Isn't Tifa a character? What's Tifu? Help me, please. I'm stuck, step bro. Oh, today I fricked up.
IT-related issue, but
That's
Livestream Fails is a Reddit page that has been at the
hilarious.
heart of the streaming community, especially on the platform Twitch, for
Yeah, it
years.
sucks.
With the latest iteration of the page being created back in 2015, as the previous
Whoa.
page that went under the same name with an S on the
Did it
end
get taken
had
down?
issues with its moderation and was apparently shut down unexpectedly, but even after
And you think that they wouldn't do it again? Again, I can't help but think to myself that I can answer this really quickly. The reason why livestream fails sucks is because they're too fucking political.
Yes. Being on the woman
My
makes
apologies,
you
I forgot
gagey.
alerts. Thank you, Panthers for 3 months. A Fortnite streamer? Nah, it's not even about Fortnite. It's just people are so fucking political on Reddit.
this, the current page
That's
has
ultimately what it
4.2
is.
million members to this day, and is in the top 500 Reddit pages.
Wow.
As the name implies, it primarily was for livestream fails, where people would upload funny clips and mistakes that streamers had made, which alongside providing some entertainment could be used for most streamers to get additional publicity to that clip and their streams, and a lot of streamers had got their start or additional popularity from this page. And to some degree it still does this to this day, and some of my favourite clips from Twitch have been found on this one Reddit page.
Say it to me, yellow. Look at this, okay? Tell me يا ابن القحبة أقول لك أبوك من راح وخر على وجهك.
One kebab, please.
I was about to say, is that Arabic? Mashallah, I will get a kebab. Mashallah.
Yeah, I used to use Reddit and this page, I'll put my hands up and admit it. Initially this was
Hands
the
up.
purpose of the page, funny haha fails, like my favourite streamer accidentally just leaked their full address and are being swatted live on stream. Yes, that was considered a
worst
live stream
fear.
fail at the time.
That's my worst fear, man.
Or what is that thing under that streamer's bed, and why is it 16 inches long?
What's that under your bed? Probably a guitar.
Okay, hold on. Why do you need 16 inches, though?
That was
Why
live
do you
stream
need
fails for
16
many
inches?
years. It was almost essential at one point to use this Reddit page if you were a streamer, as it eventually became a news source for streaming.
Yeah.
Streamers would tune in daily for either React content or to update themselves on what games are being played right now, or what serious controversy has plagued the platform today.
Well, now it's all about censoring certain streamers that they don't like because they clearly have a bias. That's why people stopped using it.
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
Once again, this page was almost integral to being a streamer in those days, and it was used by most of the top echelons of Twitch, especially when streaming
Is that
wasn't
Chance?
as mainstream
Yep.
as it is today. And if you weren't using it, you run the risk of potentially being in the dark about what is going on in the world of streaming, especially in those early days.
Oh, so much drama. It's kind of crazy to think about, but maybe LSF being dead is actually better. No, for real. I think the streamer drama is so crazy.
However, it
It's such a
gradually
nothing
turned into
burger.
a page more focused on drama and specific streamers themselves more than anything else, with people coming in daily just to see the next drama or clip that shows a streamer in a not so good light for further criticism. This actually has its own name in the space, which is drama frogs, people that farm and
Drama
jump on
frogs.
most dramas as they occur. This page, as of today, is more known for drama farming more than anything else.
We're not drama frogs, we're drama rats.
And the focus of the page is less about the funny, whimsical fails of streamers, and more focusing on their mistakes and potential controversies than anything else. The subreddit basically thrived on drama, and due to that had cultivated its own toxic environment. In fact, at one point the page had to reflect on itself in 2020 after the passing of the beloved streamer Reckful, who unfortunately took his own life. And whilst the Reddit page wasn't entirely to blame, as Reckful had been struggling previously before this, an article made note that before he did pass, he posted a marriage proposal on Twitter to a then ex-girlfriend, of which it was then posted on Livestreamfails, with people seemingly mocking him. After this event, Livestreamfails made an official post called A New Dawn, where they said the subreddit requires drastic changes, but...
I mean, to be fair, mocking a guy for, like, proposing like that... Oh man, that's just such a bummer.
Moderation, better rules, and even a feature where streamers can opt out of having their clips posted onto the page. And even a comment about the facilitation of hate on the platform. And some in the comments made their opinions on the page known. But since then, nothing much has changed. Most streamers are only one out of context clip away from a barrage of hate.
An award show, the Streamer Awards, and she's doing it with Maya. And a lot of people were pumped about it. A lot of the streamers were too. They reached out to her. But the people on Livestreamfail, again, it's select few in the grand scheme of things, were pretty cynical about it. Pretty rude about it.
Nervous that like some people might not take things the right way, and I have to check LSF as like, oh god, is there a thread about me or what I said this week?
And the feature they were talking about...
it probably stresses you out. Thank god, man! I don't know, I feel like flesh streamers kind of have it rough too. Way rougher than VTubers. Like, at least with VTubers, it's like, oh yeah, if I don't want to watch an anime girl on the screen, it's whatever. You don't have to keep up with all this drama. I don't think there's a lot of fleshy tubers or flesh streamers that interact with VTubers, period. Flesh streamers is wild? What? What do you want me to say? IRL streamers? It's the same cringe.
Where streamers can opt out of their clips being used on the page
it's the same
was
thing.
walked back and never implemented.
Disgusting.
Once again, I will admit I was very active on this subreddit. I was there for the XQC getting banned from Overwatch days, the 2 of Wives, and the Force and Horsecock situation.
Holy...
No! Horson!
Moly! Why do they have 5 legs in Burma?
Maybe it's so it can milk it.
Holy moly.
But that...
I was there. I was there for the Horson. Not that Horson, the other Horson.
Was back in the day, and I only occasionally look at it now primarily due to the many issues the page has, some of which I'm going to enlighten that Tunscan brick of a brain you have with, as Livestreamfails, especially in recent years, isn't what it used to be. And once again, there are a lot of problems, which has led people to go to...
Yeet has become kind of like the new Livestreamfails. That's why he's become really popular, because everybody's allowed to have an opinion on Twitter. There's no, like, downvote system, and there's no, you know, like, deleting and hiding comments so people can say whatever they want without fear of getting censored. Yeet is what Livestreamfails should have been. They used to be like that, but then they started getting really political and selective.
Alternative sources for the same thing. And yes, you can make the argument this page is like many other platforms like Twitter, still refusing to call it X by the way, and YouTube, where more Pegasus is rivaling One Piece in terms of how many episodes he's milked out of one drama, which is honestly impressive at this point. But Livestreamfails is a subreddit that has had a stranglehold on streaming for quite some time. If a clip was posted about a streamer showing them in a negative light, it would gather attention rather quick, and you'll probably get the usual comments of LSF users talking about how much they hate said streamer, regardless if the clip is in context or not. But if it's a clip of a streamer doing something absolutely abhorrent, like spreading their entire inventory...
I streamed on the day that this was happening. Honestly, the amount of hate I got was kind of crazy. I had maybe like 300 viewers, and there was just people coming in and saying that this is all my fault. What happened? So basically, they enabled artistic nudity, and people went crazy and showed their buttholes off on stream under the guise of artistic nudity. Yeah, and I was streaming that day when the rule changed, and it got changed within 24 hours. People went ham. Like, her butt was, like, with a thin strip of clothing. He can't show it on YouTube, obviously, but it was a thin strip of clothing that just barely covers her asshole and her coochie.
On stream
And
intentionally.
then everybody blamed VTubers, and I'm just sitting here like, why me? What do we do, man?
Then yeah, they deserve that criticism, and hopefully from said criticism, they hopefully won't be spreading their anal glands again.
Oh my
But
God,
this
is
is
that
where
XQC?
Livestreamfail
Jesus.
sets itself apart from the aforementioned platforms. It's mainly community ran and moderated by the staff. And once again, it holds a lot of influence. But what if the staff of the subreddit had somewhat of a bias towards you? To the point
Absolutely. So many people hate people on Reddit. If you're chronically online and you moderate Reddit all the time, you probably have a bias.
where if there were negative posts about you that would definitely affect your reputation, they would just be removed.
Guys, listen. You're not allowed to violate the rules in our COS.
You're not allowed to post memes in general chat. Why are you getting hate for it? Every VTuber started getting first-time chatters of people telling them to neck, to get rope and end their life. They started getting like death threats in chat and shit. Not just me, like a bunch of VTubers. They were blaming the change for the art rule all because of one bad VTuber.
If you do, I may have to ban you for 24 hours.
As mentioned for like the 50th time now, LSF has a lot of influence and can make controversies in the streaming world more well known or sometimes even worse. Key examples are with the streamer Alinity, as she was posted a lot of times on the page, from multiple controversies like with her PewDiePie copyright situation.
Yo! Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video?
Man, she is dumb as bricks.
And one instance where she threw her cat and fed it vodka. Another example is with the whole XQC divorce arc, where any mention of it from streamers that knew about the situation was posted to the page.
Adept lost everything, thank God, man.
And even a more recent example is with Pirate Software, as the page
With his dad, dude! His dad was... He seems like such a nice guy, and he's such... We gotta watch a clip after or something. That was crazy. He just genuinely didn't treat him right, in my opinion.
Has been following anything to do with him and his continuous spiral. It even got to the point where Pirate tried to counter the coverage on him by LSF by shortening the clips that were posted so that the clips were incoherent. Because they were clips of his channel, he can manually change those clips, but quite easily countered by the full clips being backed up to the LSF website as
Oh, you can do that? I didn't even know that.
soon as they are
You can alter it and censor it after the fact. Huh.
uploaded. There's
I had
even
no
claims of the
idea.
page's community having fully erect hate boners for certain streamers, circulating any drama they are remotely involved in. A good example being Kai Cenat, when most of the top posts regarding him are somewhat negative, and even some other streamers have noticed this.
Like LSF has
Yeah, I
hated Kai
bet.
forever. Like they've always hated Kai. Like every time there's a positive Kai post, everybody's like begrudgingly like, yeah, I guess he works really hard. You know?
Even Kai Cenat, who doesn't engage in politics, he's just the most popular streamer on the platform, arguably, right now, and people just still shit on him.
Like yeah, they
That's
hate him.
crazy.
And so like they're always.
Again, I don't mind Kai Cenat. I think he's had his funny moments. But there's people who unironically hate him for, like, literally no reason. They're like, oh, he's just popular. I don't like him because he's popular. It's like, okay, then don't watch him. Like, what?
Waiting.
Excuse me?
They're like, oh my god.
They're
Please do
waiting.
something wrong so we can try to get you banned.
So for the last time, any negative post made about you on this page can be amplified significantly. And streamers have known this for many years, which is why most stalk the page to see if there are any posts regarding them, or some just straight up date the page, as a way to mock the people that take streamer drama too seriously, or as a way to get more views and engagement.
I was thinking of baiting LSF to see if my clipping stuff still works. You know, like saying something that I think would get on LSF just to see if the clip gets deleted.
But there have been some theorizing for years that certain streamers that understand the weight LSF holds have been working with the mods of the page to remove most negative posts regarding them,
Yeah,
which
it's a
if
PR
true is
thing.
unfair.
Or they pay them. I know, this would not surprise me at all if they paid money.
to say the least. Everyone else has to deal with these flung from this page and potentially with their own fuck-ups on stream being recirculated. Why do these streamers get a pass?
Why not?
And it could be potentially perceived as controlling the narrative. The streamers specifically theorized to have this privilege on the page are people like Mizkif, who was previously a part of the content creator group One True King or OTK. Even as recently as 2022, rumors were circulating that he was paying the mods of LSF, but the only evidence was word of mouth.
They censor people in general on LSF because they know mods. True. Mizkif does pay the LSF mods. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact from, you know, being there when he told me that he paid the mods. I just know that.
Again, I'm not shocked. He probably makes a lot of money. Hearsay? No, absolutely it's hearsay, but I'm just saying, I was speculating that why wouldn't you want to try and pay off the mods? I'm not saying this is true, but like, why not? If you're really popular and you do a lot of dumb shit, why wouldn't you try and pay them off?
But I think that it's like, I think it's well known that everyone knows that Mizkif pays the mods on LSF.
Now, there was no proof of this and many just thought he was joking, but people have been suspicious for a while why some posts regarding Mizkif or some other members of OTK are heavily moderated.
I know this is disrespectful, but Nick and the whole squad, I get back with you. You guys are being given a treatment that other streamers are not being given.
I can barely understand. Excuse me, man.
It's not applied.
Thank you for the subtitles, by the way.
Across the board, everybody gets shit on it, and y'all get off easy because you guys control the mods. Hey.
One moderator even made a post 3 years ago under a previous post that has since been removed by other moderators for some reason, that under the announcement that OTK would partner with Moist Critical to make a PC company, Mizkif for some reason wanted that thread removed along with others, of which the mods refused and then posted the comment to show they were not removing the post. But once again in the current year that comment is completely gone. But this isn't the first time they tried to get threads about them removed. In 2023, screenshots of
Why would you? But I thought OTK was the company was a part of. Wait, what?
And another OTK member, NMP LOL, from a supposed past mod of the subreddit would surface showing that in 2021, Mizkif and NMP LOL had direct contact with these mods and was trying to pressure them into removing
we got some receipts over here.
Threads about them, with one from Mizkif where he was requesting a thread to be removed because he did something good, which was giving one of his mates 10k, but it was only getting hate on the page. And another instance in a post where I think he said his ex-girlfriend's name instead of his current one, and he was requesting it to be removed because it was a brigade post where members of a Discord that hated Miz would give attention to negative posts regarding him, so people would only see those negative posts. At least that's what he was telling the mod. Once again, the mod stands their ground and tells them it's not against the rules, so they're not removing the thread. And in response, he makes a weird comment like he can just make his own LSF and stop using this one. And another screenshot where an MP LOL contacted a mod to get another post removed. But the mod flat out states they can't just remove criticism of people and streamers, and Nick doesn't really take it that well, and goes on to argue that
very insecure. Again, just don't look at what people are saying about you. That's all I can say, man. I know it can be hard, but, like, just don't look at it. That's the best you can do.
Eventually, due to said criticism, someone might end their life, or something bad will eventually happen.
What?
And he adds to comment he has FBI connections to find people for some reason, and the mod
That is very weird behavior. What? I have FBI connections? Huh?
mod also said Mizkif had previously mentioned they were to blame fully for Rekful's death, although they did not have access to the evidence proving that. And there was a screenshot from 2020 of another member from OTK SFand trying to get a post removed because it was drama farming, which was denied, but was additional evidence that some streamers do have contact with the mods of this board.
Is this like a leaked thing on stream? Hey, can we delete this thread? People are trying to make drama for someone who's even streaming the guild.
because it was drama farming, which was denied, but was additional evidence that some streamers do have contact with the mods of this board. Now, blind hatred and harassment on livestream fails, as stated previously, isn't uncommon. It's cultivated its own toxic environment over the years, and it's a serious problem of this page. But should some streamers get special treatment over other streamers and be completely void of all negative posts and the actual rare valid criticism?
No, it's either no criticism is allowed at all, or all of it is. You can't just pick one side. That's so cringe.
Whilst other, probably less influential streamers have to deal with both, and yes, larger streamers get a large amount of both anyway, but I don't think they deserve special treatment no matter how dog shit the board is. Either they change the rules to benefit all streamers, or nobody gets that privilege. It's only fair that way. But this was the old mod team of LSF, and this mod team, if the screenshots are to be trusted, told streamers to go fuck themselves if they wanted posts removed that did not break any of their rules. But in recent years, the mod team has been changed multiple times, and one mod specifically has been getting a lot of attention, that being the still active and head mod Tarot Card or Stale 2000.
Ooh.
Prior to this, Stale was a member of the Twitch
staff.
moderation team for 4 years.
And we already know how biased Twitch staff can be, man.
And also for 4 years has been a mod on the subreddit, where in the last year he has been a head mod. He shares a lot of his opinions on Twitter, like how he thinks VTubers aren't being suppressed or treated differently on Twitch, his opinion on AI, and constantly clarifying he isn't bald for some reason. Admittedly, he doesn't have the best reputation, even though he hasn't been head mod for long. There's already been a document released on him by past mods describing him to be very power hungry. And even when a majority of the staff no longer wanted him to be head mod of the page, and they even voted for such a change, he just removed all of them, including many of the old
So insecure, man.
the mod team that had been around for years, and has more than once changed the entire team, and even gave power to people that may be viewed as problematic, apparently without consulting any of the other mods, as they usually do, and then they vote to see if it's a good idea. And some allege that he treats this page like his own personal playground. And when asked about why he did what he did, he simply just replied with they tried to overthrow him for months, so he just got rid of them. But why do we need to focus on this mod?
Yeah.
Well, for the third time, it was brought up quite recently that streamers from OTK may be getting preferential treatment on the page. After posts like a video going over NMP Law's divorce was removed with the reason no YouTube videos are allowed, which is a rule, but is selectively enforced. As with the pirate software drama, they allowed full YouTube videos to be posted and didn't remove them. You had a post about Extra Emily, who is a part of OT.
Again, and that's just like how Twitch was too, and it still is. You can't be serious, man. You can't trust these mods that have a pattern of behavior of doing the same thing over and over again. Clickbait, inaccurate or opinionated, removed. Okay? Yeah, like the Extra Emily shit where she's like, I didn't pay back my parents' college tuition that I owed them. Like, yeah, you're allowed to criticize her. Everybody criticized her on Twitter about it. Why are you removing it on Reddit?
Deleted, which was a clip of her refusing to pay her parents back for her degree, which was a very popular clip in the streaming space, but it was taken down for being clickbait or opinionated views. But the clip was correct. This did happen. Everything was accurate, but it was still taken down. And on LSF, there are a bunch of clickbait titles that never do get taken down. And a lot of other OTK negative posts were taken down as well. Now, even if OTK didn't have a hand in this directly, it appears that anything posted to this page about OTK is heavily moderated more than anything else or any other streamer. When once again, that would be unfair, and they're supposed to be unbiased. And on top of all of this, people would state that the head mod
Destiny and the Mr. Mod guy
is a big fan of the streamer Destiny, with
oh lord. Yeah, I bet he's very unbiased.
chat log.
And again, I would say this about an Asmongold viewer too. If you are an avid fanatic of Asmongold, you probably have biased opinions, and I would hope, for the love of God, you'd be able to rein in your fucking emotions and not be biased, but it's not likely.
Showing such, and a past mod coming out saying that he apparently runs the fence for him.
It's obvious that he's doing it. Who did you guys bring up? Who do you think he's protecting? I just want to hear it from your lips.
Destiny, of course.
Wait,
Destiny.
that's...
Now, once again, people were questioning if Livestreamfail's was bias, and still the head mod started to jump on people's live streams to kind of explain himself and put these rumours to bed, that this platform known for shitting on streamers and circulating drama doesn't pick favourites, and doesn't censor any posts. He jumped on Henry Resilience and XQC's stream, and boy oh boy, did he make things worse. When asked by XQC why some posts were removed about OTK, the head mod of this whole Reddit page doesn't even know why they were removed.
XC compares Emily's spreadsheet to revenge porn. Ellen removes another extra Emily thread.
I don't remember this one. You did compare it. What happened with that?
I think it's
yeah, I don't think I removed that, but yeah, it does seem like a fair comparison. Yeah, maybe it's the Emily. Maybe it's like the I don't know. Yeah, you could. I don't know why that one was removed.
OTK Lang.
How do you not know that something got removed if you're the mod, bro? That's crazy. He sounds like a Reddit bot. I don't even think it's about sounding like it. It's just you're so unbelievably biased. I wouldn't be so annoyed with these people basically running the show and saying that they weren't biased when it's obviously that they are. Just be honest with yourself.
Off multiple staff, Twitter posts removed.
I mean, that seems like a good tweet to me. I don't know why that one would be removed. So I mean, I didn't remove that one, but well, unless it was not true.
Twitch sponsored anti-Semitism. It's supposed to be removed from. I could show you this from.
Oh yeah, that was. Okay, I think that one should have stayed up. I don't know.
Rogue mod or what? You think he's panicking? I don't know.
Why we removed that? That one should have stayed up.
Of threads that involve OTK that have high comments are deleted.
Yep.
That might be the case.
Yes, that was the convention when they did the tier list, which was a big deal.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely keep more of a lookout for that.
Now, he says he doesn't know why or who is removing these posts, but in another interview, says there's an audit log where he can see this information.
And then on top of that, there is some, there's some like logging of the stuff. So there is, you know, if you remove a post, people know who removes it, and that's like, and then we can like discuss that, or you know, disagree or agree or something with the person who removes it or not.
On one post where he says he just straight up removed it because he didn't like it.
This seems to be a clip because it's just chatting. So the link, the direct link that was linked is all right. Would be a clip. Go ahead.
All right. I remember. Okay, I do remember this one.
Now
I
remember.
did remove this one. I think it was because they added the word multimillionaire at the beginning. You know, this is like an edge case. I don't like it when people like really inject like extra information into the thing. Like
this is gonna send it with the millionaire streamer. It's gonna like how much money they have. I think it's the exact same kind of.
He's comparing it to a previous similar post about the streamer Shroud that did not get taken down.
Realm.
You know, I think we'll agree on that one. I think so. I will say I was quick. I think it was a little bit too quick on that one. I think I got it at like.
He's so nervous. He's such a little roach. He's backed into a corner. He's roaching out.
I think I like just woken up and I got like notified on my phone. But I think I'll agree on that. Yeah. So I would say that's a correct. That's an instance of I should have removed that one.
Even at one point, XQC calls him out for inconsistent moderation when it came to YouTube videos regarding the video about NMP Law's divorce, with it being removed, and once again he has no explanation except, yeah, that shouldn't have been removed, and goes on a rant about how people should follow the rules, but the moderators aren't even enforcing them.
And we almost never allow YouTube videos. There's been once or twice, but we don't like allowing YouTube videos.
Okay.
So.
Also, I have to go. Yeah, I have to go. Yeah, like an interviewer. A lot of pirate stuff, I believe, was YouTube videos that were not enforced on. Like a lot of the pirate stuff, it was pretty massive. 5K votes, 4K votes. a lot of them were actual videos, not removed.
Because we're being selective.
Removed some of those. Yeah, yeah, we were not doing much.
Yeah, so that's gonna. It's why I'm not trying to be too rude, but at the same time, it seems like there's a lot of we should have done that when it's not OTK, but when it's OTK, it's always pretty much enforced. Does that make sense? That's what I think that's where the people's voice is at right now.
I mean, if people just like fall through, like the YouTube video thing, like I feel like it's not that hard to like get like a clip from a live stream instead of a YouTube video.
But on the Henry Resilient interview, he says this post should have been left up, and that basically sometimes they allow YouTube videos and sometimes they don't.
Right, so we don't allow clips from YouTube videos.
Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition, Chad. Don't trust any motherfuckers, man.
Statement. You do allow clips from YouTube videos, just not ones about OTK.
What? The man stuttering word at XQC. Yeah, he's backed in the corner. Everybody's showing it to him that he's being a biased little weenie.
Sometimes we don't notice it, I would say. If we have, we probably shouldn't have allowed it. But like, I mean, so that is our general rule. There might be cases where we have missed things, and maybe we shouldn't have missed it. But
so
like we'll say it's a gray area, right? So I'll even concede that, and I'll say like we sometimes allow YouTube video stuff, but generally we don't. We don't like to. So that's one. Number two is I do think that a lot of your clips that get posted have kind of clickbaity-ish titles, and so,
he's lying.
So I mean, if people want clips,
wait. What's a clickbaity title? Like NMP Low and Melina $1 Million Divorce. Is that clickbaity? Is that a clickbaity title?
It's like 5%. I would say it's like 10% clickbait. So I would leave this post up. I mean, my slight feedback would be maybe you shouldn't have capital letters on divorce at the end, but this is fine. So I would say this should stay up. Yeah.
But he also mentions he keeps posts up he likes in the context of company drama, which is against the rules of the page, and was also the reason why the old Livestream Fails mods wanted him gone, which provides a little credibility to the claim he treats this like his own playground.
Says that this employee said this about Twitch or whatever, those always stay up.
Yeah, so if we're talking about a company, you know, I mean, I love company drama. So maybe that's my bias here is like anything that's about Twitch, anything that's about a gaming company, I would want to keep on the subreddit because I think that's cooler than influencer drama. But yeah.
Oh, well.
But you took a big fat dump on Pirate Software, did you not? Yeah, no, it's fine to shit on Pirate Software. Again, I don't like Pirate Software, but you should be able to shit on everyone, no?
Yeah. I mean, the short story is
man.
I got put as the top mod, and
it's also important to note this entire subreddit started to farm drama. Like what? It literally started in 2015. That's how people knew what was happening every day. You tune into like IRL streamers like XQC and everyone else, like, and they would go and check the subreddit.
Then I was allowed like a couple posts based on gaming news. Like there was like the game Concord had shut down, and I allowed a post on Concord or something because I mean it's not like influencer related, but I thought it was like a cool thing because I wanted to like have more company drama, company news. So people got really mad about that, and they tried to vote me off, but that's not how Reddit works. You can't vote people off the island. If somebody's the top mod, you basically cannot get rid of them unless they do something like really stupid.
But there's also a moment
like deleting posts and being biased and not having integrity and being weird and being ratty and roaching out. No, that's fine.
On another stream with this streamer JSTLK, Justalk, what the fuck is that? Where the same mod states he is protecting OTK from OTK anti-fans that brigade posts.
When, again, this is like the reputation that your subreddit has, is that it protects OTK people.
Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable point. I mean, I think the bias is less pro, it's not that it's pro OTK, it's that I am worried about there's like a whole group of
pro OTK except for Asmon, because he was still a part of OTK, funnily enough. I saw a lot of live stream fails of Asmon.
OTK
Because they didn't
anti-fans
like his politics, that's
that
why.
have basically taken over the subreddit, or they used to be able to take it over.
Okay.
Like, do you remember?
I sort of understand. I know you're talking about like Apple Cord and shit. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But okay. I'm gonna say though, but this is the reason why your conflict is a concern, right? Because this is literally describing the conflict. It's like it seems like you've been close to OTK people. They have met you. You've met them. You do want them to like you. You do want them to like the subreddit, right? I know you said this before, that you want them to like the subreddit. And so that is where the conflict comes into play, because now it's like, well, I took 10 seconds to look at this while I was half asleep and then I deleted it. So now I don't know how to evaluate the statement you're giving me versus the conflict you've already stated you basically have. Right? This is why the conflict would be important.
Sure.
Because the users, it basically is like, LSF is just streamer TMZ, right? That's what it is. And you not liking that is fine, but if you only protect certain people with streamer TMZ, then yeah, that's a conflict and it's a problem, and I think it degrades the subreddit. Like if it's not being wielded in like a fairly even-handed way.
This is a good...
You can't ever have people be even-handed. Like, it's so crazy to me that people just don't understand this. This is why... Again, I don't want to get into politics, but this is why politics suck. It's extremely biased, and there's always going to be a group of people that push out either side, and it's going to happen in even smaller and lesser circles, like a subreddit about farming drama. Wanting everyone to like LSF, it's impossible. That's why I keep bringing up Yeet, but I think that Yeet, because he has the public platform of Twitter, where you can't really like hide comments, you can't really like down dude or ban people. You're allowed to say, "Oh, Asmongold is a piece of shit, and I hope he, stubs his toe at night or something," right? That doesn't get down duded to shit, or it doesn't go like, "Yeah, fuck Asmon." Like you have both sides.
Point in that clip, he is protecting certain streamers but not all of them, whilst also claiming they are unbiased. And whilst it's unsure if Mizkif or NMPLol have a hand directly in removing posts, it is clear from the behaviour of the mods, and this one in particular, that not all streamers are treated the same. On this page, when they should be, and from what he said, moderation is either inconsistent or possibly incompetent at times, or rules are enforced differently based on which streamers are being discussed.
Also, Yeet is subject to community notes. That's actually a really good point as well. Yeah. Are we dropping? It doesn't look like it. We're not dropping, are we? Not right now. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm not dropping right now. I think that's Twitch. I think it's Twitch dropping, because I'm fine.
But with many holding the reputation that this page is not just about fails and potentially bias, people had started going elsewhere for their streamer news, or streamer TMZ as they call it. Because
TMZ.
Nowadays streamers and streaming is a big thing. Even official news sources...
And again, if they shouldn't have removed, or if they did remove it, they should be able to post a clip of Trump with some streamers. You're allowed to do that. It's not a bad thing to fucking have as a promotion. Because then underneath, if you don't like Trump, you can just say frick him or something. Why, what's wrong with that? Just show what
streamers
happened.
and streaming is a big thing.
It's censorship is just bad on either way.
Even official news sources also look at it very closely now, but there is one page specifically people now go to for their streamer news.
LSF doesn't matter, okay? At this day and age, everybody should be aiming to get retweeted by Awk. Yeet on Twitter.
So if you've been watching a lot of streamer related news here on YouTube, you would have probably seen this Twitter account Yeet or Orc shown quite a lot. They describe themselves as the TMZ for streamers, but aside from streamers they also occasionally post general news here and there. It's run by one person who many believe is a child in middle school, but is rivaling Livestreamfail to the point where the head mod made a joke that they are a government psyop.
LSF head mod thinks I'm a government psyop. Because he's jealous! He's taking his traffic! This guy was a literal who, no offense to Yeet. I'm just saying, I remember when he only had like, I don't know, a couple thousand followers, but then Asmon and a couple of other people started clicking on his stuff on stream, but were like, yeah, you know what, this guy's like bringing the news, he's being unbiased and just posting clips, it's not that big a deal.
or something. I hope
Yeah,
it was a joke.
2024,
But a lot
yeah.
of people trust this account for news and clips of
Yeah,
other
I followed him
streamers.
a bit
But then
ago.
again, where else are you going to go? It's either this livestream fails or the other livestream fails, which is made by the mods that got kicked from
Nope,
the other
I'm
livestream
good.
fails. It's got so popular to the point where fucking Elon Musk is retweeting it. There is a possibility
Jesus
it could be
Christ.
a government psyop. But it's not a bad place for a
Maybe.
streamer and occasional general news. And from what I've seen, they are pretty reliable and somewhat honest with their coverage. However, they have ran into some problems, like the streamer Extra Emily, who we already spoke about, DMCAing a post about her because she didn't want to see a clip and because she thought it would get her more hate. And it was another clip about her not paying her parents back or something. But it
And then she ran a red light in public, and she only got like what, a day ban or something. And she tried to not make a big deal out of it either. Yeah.
was blatant abuse of DMCA, and some people have noticed this account is very anti some streamers like Hassan, but at least they're upfront about it. They don't deny it. They
Yeah,
even
absolutely. He doesn't go like, I don't hate Hassan.
reposted fellow
He doesn't
streamers
like him.
talking about it.
And to be fair, Yeet has been, like, I would say more anti-Hassan than pro-Hassan. Most of the posts that he posts of Hassan
Yep.
are negative. So it's always important to recognize the sender and to understand where a message is coming from.
And also, if he posts something that's anti-Hassan, the Hassan Brigaders and the Hassan likers can go and post and say, nah, you're dumb, and, you know, make a community tweet and, like, post about it. There's nothing bad about it.
Yeah, in my opinion,
least
this
it's a
page
little
is
bit of
slowly
free speech
taking over
somehow.
for news on
Unlike
streamers
Reddit.
compared to live stream fails, with evidence that the streamers themselves are using it over LSF now.
I had a girl over the other night and we did the deed, but I didn't come. And when she asked why, I told her I was out of mana. That's not a flex, that's sad.
So in conclusion, live stream fails used to be a platform that many would go to just to simply see fails of live streamers, but for better or
Back in
worse,
the
it
day.
eventually turned more into a drama page for streamers and has held a strong influence over streamers whilst doing so. However, either from the mods' behavior, the toxic environment it's cultivated, or the theory of censorship existing on the page, people don't trust it as much anymore and have gone for alternative sources for things like streamer news. Livestream fails.
It just shows that if there's an alternative, people will take to it. It's proof of that.
Many years ago used to be a page I was very entertained by. There are still some funny clips that I have favorited that I
Could I
will
have
go
a
back
kebab,
and
please?
watch, but for one reason or another, it's just not the same anymore.
No.
And I am very self-aware that a majority of you didn't care about this, and I was rambling to myself for 30 minutes like a person with ADHD talking about which dinosaur has enough armor to stop a depleted uranium tank shell. But yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about today, and yeah, bye-bye.
I mean, it was a good rant. No, I've talked about this before. Absolutely. That was a good video. Thank you, Mr. Femboy VR Chat, Birdie Boy. Ankylosaurus. Nah. Tyrannosaurus Rex. No, for real though. I've also apparently been getting a lot of hate on Reddit for whatever reason. I barely use it. I only use it to look at it on stream. There's people that have been trying to brigade my Reddit and say that it's an incel subreddit and going on every post and saying like, oh, Alana's a fucking woman hater. All her subreddit does is post about hating women. And then they get downvoted to shit and back. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, classic Reddit, right? We're not deleting the post. It's just like if you are a prolific schizo that posts, yeah, we're gonna probably ban you because you're allowed to have an opinion. It's just like if you start schizo posting and going crazy, like we probably ban you. We can't just have a subreddit full of the same guy saying I hate Alana so much. I hate her. Reddit does the shadow banning themselves? Do they actually? I don't know that. Supposed to be on your Reddit and I'm seeing people get mad in the comments is rather amusing. I don't get it. You guys like, dude, it's crazy. Like you guys are so wholesome. I don't feel like you guys post like anything bad. At least from what I've seen.